Good morning. This is day number 3. Yeah, today I want to talk about, it's quite a big subject and I'll give it a shot. Depending on where you are in the world and what your present life experience is, you'll be perceiving me and whatever I say here through a very unique lens. And yeah, I want to talk about how this lens, my perspective, has shifted over the last 9 years, and how it's made me acutely aware of the fact that everyone looks through his own eyes and sees something and then compares that with the pool of experiences that he has had or she has had in his or her entire life, in combination with a present experience, and then based on that there is an evaluation, so to say, and a certain judgment of what it is that he is perceiving. Yeah, if you're listening to me right now, then well, you're on some level you're judging me, most probably. And when realities, or let's say the lenses, are fairly similar, then there's a great overlap. But the more different experiences are, then it becomes increasingly difficult to bridge the gap between what one person is experiencing and the other, and therefore also what the other person can even understand. And when it comes to disease, I think there comes a point where this is no longer really possible to communicate to anyone who hasn't had any experiences that are similar. And that typically leads to a lot of to a feeling of loneliness on top of the isolation that happens anyways, no? Because at a certain point, when energy falls below a certain threshold, then well, one cannot participate in life, like in social life anymore. So I thought I'd just share a bit, because this has been, yeah, I guess a disease like this can be both, from my point of view, has been mostly experienced and viewed as a curse, but in some ways also as a blessing, because it's certainly been a humbling journey. Yeah, I guess many people who are halfway healthy associate things like spontaneity, optimism, good mood, being adventurous. Yeah, all these things they associate more with let's say with a state of mind, but not really with a state of, let's say, a level of energy in the body, physical energy. But from what I've seen, there comes a point where all these things do not happen anymore. All these beautiful things, the spontaneity and the being adventurous and all the rest of it, it doesn't happen anymore if the energy is so low that it's just not possible anymore to do any of what one would like to do. So I just want to take you back and just take you on a small journey here. I'm going to try to share how I experienced life before the onset and what's happened through this disease. There's a boat coming, so maybe I just pause a little bit and I save you the sound. Alright, the boat's gone. Yeah, by the way, sorry for sitting here without a shirt, but I'm in Goa. It's April. We just had a rain last night. It is humid as the and it's just really hot, even at 9 o'clock in the morning. Alright, so before the onset of this disease, I was basically at a point where I was in such good physical and also mental health, I would say. I'd proven to myself what I needed to prove, apparently, in terms of tree climbing the Indian way. That means without any backups, so complete free climbing. Doing a lot of crazy. I think for most people it would be perceived as crazily dangerous jobs. I just derived a tremendous joy from the intensity of the work, from the movement, from the perspective. Yeah, when you're up there 20 meters, you have a tremendous perspective. Another thing I was doing was teaching languages, mostly intensive courses, and I'd done that so much that it had become ultra clear to me how a linear learning process works. Because if you take out all the emotion and all the energy going into, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to do this, but you just take all your energy, actually put it in action. All your energy translates into taking steps, then it becomes a very simple thing. Yeah? Not necessarily easy, because it obviously takes energy, but it's actually simple. So from that point where I felt like, you know what, I don't actually really know what my next challenge is, because whether I learn another 6 languages and teach them or not, it doesn't really matter. And I guess from that perspective, from that perspective of tremendous strength and also power, I would say, and privilege, there was definitely an arrogance looking out into the world and judging things that I wasn't even able to understand, because I would judge based on my own reality, right? On my own pool of experiences, as I said earlier. So when I started getting sick, there was no doubt in my mind that I'm going to get healthy, because this body has healed everything before. I'd climbed myself out of devastating back pains and had overcome all kinds of low energy issues and I don't know what. But as time went by, month after month, and then after 6 months the body derailed and the heart started pounding so violently that there came a point where I felt, oh God, this is not just going to go away. No, this is something different. Over the course of the next year, I got so worn out, it felt like I gave it my all, right? And this prior sense of, you know what, I'm living in a benevolent universe. If I just do my thing with love and honesty, then life will take care of me. And suddenly that conviction started crumbling. There's something that is looking after me here. This sense, yes, I kind of lost it more and more. And in place of that, I started feeling it started feeling like I'm up against something where I have absolutely no chance that there is a brutality about it and also a mercilessness. Well, I'm helpless, basically. So this felt like being worn out, like a wet towel being squeezed out until no water comes out of it anymore, like something being just like a grinding stone almost. And in that there is, I don't even know what's more painful, whether it's the terror of everything being ripped away from you and complete sense of loss of control, the crippling fatigue, all the symptoms that come with utter exhaustion, or the feeling of I've fallen out of grace. I've been kind of forgotten and abandoned by God and the world. And as I'm getting kind of emotional here and I'm seeing that I've already done 11 minutes, I think I'm just going to stop here today and continue to tomorrow. Have a beautiful day.